Hello everyone, Fancy here, you're watching Fantavision, and today I am discussing my horrible experience in the Chicago O'Hare Airport. That's right, we're not talking about any retail establishment, we're not talking about any store. Well, actually, you know what? We are talking about a store, though. We're going to mention one here. And let's go ahead and just dive right in. So I was visiting my girlfriend in Ohio, and on my way back, I had the night flight. Now, normally, I have no problems in the airport. I'm sure some people, because my parents did the same thing, like, you know, Fanta, you should never book a night flight. You just shouldn't. That's the one that's going to get canceled. Well, fuck me for thinking that they actually have any semblance of responsibility and can actually manage their own company. How dare I think that they're actually going to have standby pilots and have everything ahead of time planned out? Because I don't know if you guys have ordered airline tickets, but if you don't order them about 2 weeks ahead of time, they're like $5,000 to get air. That's a little bit of a over-exaggeration, but it's a lot of money. It's like $500-$600 to get a plane ticket the day before. So, when they expect you to be organized, to have all of your stuff in order, to plan ahead, I expect the same in return. Especially because flights, they're not fucking cheap. So, when I'm told that there are not enough pilots at the airport to fly, like there was nothing wrong with the plane. There was nothing wrong with anything. The pilots were just out of hours. And I'm like thinking to myself, okay, well then get new ones. You know, we're at an airport. This is where the pilots are. But no, there was not a single set of pilots in the entire airport that could be standby or take the place, substitute these pilots. Now, I don't know how often this happens, but it's complete bullshit. And so far, they've only given me 7,000 of their funny monies, which basically buys you nothing. Gives you like 1/10, maybe 1/5 of a flight. Whoop-de-fucking-do. I feel like they owe me a lot more than that, because the thing is that's great. You're giving out hotel vouchers, and there's actually a hotel that was connected to the airport. But they could only get 10 reservations, I believe, at each hotel. Now, this was a big flight, a lot of people, and guess what? We weren't the only flight that they had this happen to. So there were over 100 people that needed hotel vouchers. Guess who didn't get a hotel voucher? That's right, yours truly. Even though they have a fucking hotel connected to the airport. When you're in the Chicago O'Hare Airport, you see on the signs all the different restaurants, all the different gates, and there's one that says Hilton because it is connected to the airport. I'm sorry, but if they have a hotel connected to the airport, shouldn't the airport kind of plan for shit like this? So like, oh, well, just letting you know, if you're going to be connected to the airport, you may have to be used for emergencies. Because I feel like not a lot of people are flying this time of the year, and I feel like they'd have a lot of hotel rooms just open. Why not, instead of finding a bunch of other random fucking hotels? Because, you know what, I guess I did have a chance of getting a hotel, but it was over a half an hour away in the middle of Chicago. It was a Holiday Inn Express, and you have to take a taxi there. And guess what? They don't pay for the taxi, you get reimbursed for the taxi. So you have to get a receipt, and then you have to email and talk to American Airlines, or I think it was American Airlines I was flying back on, and then they'd reimburse you. But I mean, like, it was already midnight when finally they got the hotel vouchers printing out, and by the time I got mine, it was about 12:30. So if I was going to get this hotel, walking out of the airport, this is a big-ass airport, guys. Walking out at a leisurely pace would probably take 20-30 minutes, somewhere around there, to get out of the airport. So that would be 1 a.m. Get a taxi that's probably going to take another 5-10ish minutes because it's late. Now, normally taxis, I'm sure, are lining up outside of an airport, but this late, I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong, but I feel like this late, there's no flights coming in. There was nobody in the fucking airport except for us. Almost all of the restaurants had closed, except for 2, and we'll get into that. And so let's just say I got a taxi in 10 minutes. So that's what, 1:10? Because it was 12:30 when I got the ticket. About 30-ish minutes to get to the taxi area. Another 10 minutes to get the taxi. Now it's going to take about another half an hour-ish to get to the hotel. So that's like 1:40-ish. Check in, get to my room, 1:50-ish. Finally go to sleep around 2. Now, when's my flight? Drum roll, please. 6 a.m. So I would then sleep, 2 hours and go through the whole fucking thing again and then go through security again? That'd be fun. No, I wasn't going to do that. I was not going to stay in some sketchy-ass hotel in murder capital USA for 2 hours. So instead, I decided to sleep 1 hour on the most uncomfortable couch in the world. I mean, this was the worst couch. I don't understand it. It's like in this fucking S thing, and there's like a gap, and there's another part of it, so I had to put like my backpack in the gap so I could kind of lay down and have some room. But then people kept walking past, and people didn't give a shit about the people sleeping. They had no fucking respect for their other human beings that are suffering. They're like, fuck you, we're working this late. Whatever, deal with it. They're like talking loudly, playing music. It was a nightmare. So I got 1 hour of sleep. I wake up and I'm like hallucinating a little bit because I'm just so exhausted. I'm so stressed out. I'm so miserable. And like the floor pattern has like all these little triangles in it. And they're all different colors. And I just see them start moving. And I'm like, oh my God. I need some water. I need some Advil. I just need to just relax. So I go to the Dunkin' Donuts because they're like the only place open. And I'm like, okay, could I get... Now, first of all, I asked, are you open? Because I wasn't sure, because they were like the only place that was open. And she says yes in like the most dismissive and rude manner ever. And then just walks in the fucking back. It's this little tiny Dunkin' Donuts. And she just goes out of her way to fucking ignore me. Because it was obvious that I was about to order. I was like, are you open? She's like, yes. So could I get... And then as I'm saying, so could I get... She just starts walking away. What the hell is this lady doing? What? You heard what I was saying. And she like looked over her shoulder. She's walking away. Like, yeah, I see you, asshole. I don't care. Fuck you. And then she goes and does whatever. I don't think she even did anything. She like went back there and then came back and just stared at me blankly. Didn't say, can I help you? Didn't say, sorry about that. I had to go do X. No. I got this cold fucking stare. And I'm like, okay. Could I get the donut sticks and a glass of water? And she's like, no. I'm like, what do you mean no? And she's like, well, you can't have a glass of water. I'm like, now I don't know if this is regular for where you live in whatever state you have. Maybe you have some shitty state that does not give you free cups of water. Maybe they charge you for that kind of shit. But in my opinion, water should be free. Shit is cheap, okay? Especially, I'm making a purchase here. I am buying some donut, and I wasn't done with my order. There was other things I was going to order, but she stopped me dead in my tracks when I said a glass of water. She took it upon herself to go out of her way to say, no, you can't have a glass of water. And I'm like, okay, well, all I want is a cup of water. I'm thirsty. I'm stuck here overnight. She's like, no free handouts. Go buy a bottle. I was like, are you serious? Are you serious right now? She's like, yeah, no free handouts. Look, motherfucker. I don't believe for a second You are not getting free government handouts. Why the fuck are you not going to give me a glass of water? This was all in my head. Of course, I'm not going to just scream at this lady as much as I fucking want to. As sleep deprived and angry as I am, I hold it together and I'm like, fine, water's the only thing I'm buying. So I buy a bottle of water, and I think I might have called someone. I was so out of it. I think I was talking to my girlfriend, like, this fucking bitch. As I'm walking, she probably heard me. Fuck her. Sorry. Getting a little angry. I don't know if I'm gonna cut out my just constant yelling. But, God, this lady, just why? Because okay, I have followed corporate rules before. There's certain rules I will follow. Now, I was not rude to this woman, first of all. I was completely nice. I did nothing wrong. All I did was ask if they were open, got ignored because she's a cunt, and then waited for her to come back to me to just stare blankly in my eyes. So I was nice, did nothing wrong, was completely respectful, because I am to everybody, because I've been in that situation. I know what it's like to work in the service industry. I know what it's like to work with the general public, so I try to be nice. I say that all the time in my videos. Be nice to these people, unless she's a bitch like this. Number 2, it's a glass of water. I mean, back in the past when I did not go, I don't think there's anything in their corporate doctrine that says do not give glasses of water. Glasses of water are restricted. You will get fired if you give somebody a glass of water. I'm pretty damn sure that's not a huge rule. I'm pretty sure they just want to make the customer happy. I think Dunkin' Donuts would want to fire this bitch if they knew what she had done to me. Because she was just a rude asshole the entire time for no reason. If you pick the overnight shift, motherfucker, that is your choice. You chose that shit. Don't take it out on the people that are in miserable conditions already because they're stuck in a fucking airport. Worthless human being. Anyway, so she went out of her way. That's what really pisses me off. Is that she went out of her way to be a bitch. I don't get it. Like, what is the mindset of this person? What kind of human being goes, you know what? Fuck this person in particular. All they're asking for with their purchase is a glass of water. It's a simple request, but fuck them. I'm not going to give it to them. Nah, I'm just not going to give it to them. No free handouts. I hope she doesn't get any food stamps this month. So, there's no fucking way she can afford to live in Chicago off of what you make at a Dunkin' Donuts, okay? I'm telling you that right now. So, that was fun. So I'm sleep deprived. I've had an hour of sleep. I know I won't be able to sleep anymore because that hour took like 2 to 3 hours to get. I mean, it was a struggle. It was just a nightmare trying to get those couple hours of sleep because these people keep walking by. I'm trying to make it some sleeping with like my jacket over my phone, so if somebody tries to steal it, I'll feel them move my jacket first. I've got my wallet tucked in a way where people can't take it. I've got like my hood up, trying to block the light. I'm using like my arm as like something to sleep on, but my arm is falling asleep. Oh, also, icing on the fucking cake. So I finally get to sleep that hour. I wake up once again in that dazed state. I'm miserable. I've got a headache. I need some water. I look over, and like everybody else has a blanket. I'm like, okay, where did you get? I don't want to wake anyone up because once again, I'm trying to be a nice person throughout this entire situation. I ask quietly, where did the blankets come from? And the woman is like, oh, well, they came around while you were sleeping, and we all got blankets. Are you fucking kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? Why didn't they just leave me a blanket? No shit, I'm gonna want a blanket. If it's a free blanket, just leave it. Wake me up! Give me a blanket! I'm fucking freezing. It's insane. That airport, it was amazing. I was sweating my ass off before the flight. sitting there, and I took my jacket off, and I'm sitting there waiting for the flight, and then of course it gets delayed. That's what I didn't even say before. That was the first thing. I missed a couple steps. The first thing was, so I'm just enraged at this after this fucking Dunkin' Donuts lady. That's why I'm yelling so much. So I get there, which by the way, I have 10 minutes to cross this fucking airport, which is massive. And my terminal that I land in is way over here, and the terminal that I have to be in is way over there. So I'm running to get there. I make it just before boarding. They board in 3 groups and then say, "Oh yeah, the plane, it's out of order." And we're like, "Why is it out of order?" "Oh, we don't have the pilots aren't here yet." What the fuck? Okay. So the people all unboard, and then we wait, and then we're told all of our phones start buzzing. It's at this other gate, which is of course way the fuck again on the other side of the airport. I need a drink. 1 second. I run there. I get there before everyone else. It still says that we're about to board. And I'm like one of the first people there. I'm sitting there. I'm waiting. I see other people start trickling in. And then the person at like the desk looked really confused because there was nobody there at first. It was this dark area. It was like dark terminal. Nobody was there. It was really weird. A couple people started, unboarding the plane. They were leaving, and then the desk person showed up and was really confused. Like, why the fuck are all these people here? What is going on? Look behind. Oh, okay. I guess there's another flight. I wasn't told that. Some of the people show up at the desk, and then it gets delayed until midnight. And it says I'm going to arrive here at like 2 in the morning, like 2:30. I'm like, okay, that sucks. That really sucks. But you know what? That's fine. I'll deal with it. I'll still get home. I'll be able to get some sleep before work. It'll be fine. Whatever. I can sit around for a couple hours. And then I'm sitting there for a bit, probably like a half an hour, because people are kind of standing because everyone's confused. Like, is this serious? Are really going to delay it this much? And then they're like, this is not the approximate time. This could be changed at any moment. Don't worry, everyone. It might not get delayed. And then, as they're saying that, a couple minutes later, or as they're saying that, it changes to the next day. And everyone starts losing it. They're like, are you fucking kidding me? 6 a.m. tomorrow? 6 a.m. tomorrow? People are rushing up to the desk. And I'm just sitting here like, are you serious? No, this cannot be happening. This cannot be happening. 6 in the morning tomorrow. Okay, well, work's out of the question. Actually, no, work could be fine, I guess. Maybe, if I can sleep in the airport. Spoiler alert, I didn't. I slept an hour. I try to keep thinking positive. Maybe, because they said the tower hasn't called yet. They haven't confirmed this. Another 20, 30 minutes later, they get the call. The tower has confirmed. This is when it's going to go out. We couldn't get pilots tonight. And I'm just, fuck this. This is stupid. So I'm sitting there. This massive line forms before I could even react. There's a line of over 100 people. I'm like, whatever. They're giving out food vouchers. There was a couple of really nice people though. I do want to mention them. There was this chick who was going to visit her boyfriend. Pretty funny. What I just did. I went to go visit my girlfriend. And it was like one of the few times she'd ever flown alone. So she's like freaking out and like calling him. And this like old elderly woman sitting next to us. And she's like trying to calm her down. And we're all talking about the situation. And the elderly woman gets 2 food vouchers. And I get 1. But they accidentally gave her 2. And she's like, I'm not going to eat this much. Because I can barely eat anything. She offered me like leftovers of something else. But at the time I wasn't really sure. That was before it got delayed till the next day. And I was like, I'm fine. I just ate Chick-fil-A when I left. So she was really nice, and she gave me her extra food voucher, which was really sweet of her. She was a really nice woman. I believe she lives here. I don't remember if she... No, she's visiting other people too. Everybody's visiting. And she was really nice, and I was talking to her for a bit, and who she was visiting, just trying to kill some time before the hotel things started printing, because the hotel things got another delay. And the thing is with the hotel things is they had to like wait for like confirmation for each hotel. And the Hilton ones, of course, were gone in like seconds. Like, it wasn't even an option, unfortunately. And then Hyatt went, another Hilton went, another one, the Marriott went, and then I was going to get stuck with the Holiday Inn Express that didn't have an airport shuttle and was far away into the heart of Chicago. And I'm not going to get murdered. I don't think so. So, the other chick has like family in Chicago, so whatever, she leaves. A couple other people, everyone's really pissed, especially the people that are left over because they're doing the Holiday Inn thing. Or they're not doing the Holiday Inn. Almost everybody just rejected the Holiday Inn thing because they're like, fuck that. I don't want to get murdered, you know? And then basically this elderly woman, and I forget everyone's name. I'm terrible with names. She was cool. Sharon, I guess we'll call her Sharon. I don't know why I'm thinking of South Park characters, but okay. So Sharon and I are chilling. She's like, I'm going to go look for a place to sleep. I'll let you know if we find, like, good couches. So I sit on the couch over here. I'm talking to some other passengers that missed the flight. It was the same flight. They didn't miss the flight. They were also the ones that got delayed. And I was asking if they'd ever been to the airport before, if they had any ideas. And I was going to take this other couch behind. It was kind of a dark area. It was away from the path. And right before I walk over there, somebody swoops up and takes it, of course. Just literally my luck is the fucking worst. So, I was like, I was gonna take... whatever, fine. By the way, as I was trying to sleep, this lady was constantly having her phone ring. And she kept talking to somebody very loudly and inconsiderately. Very rudely to whoever. Like, she wasn't trying to whisper anything, just loud talking. Like those really annoying people that feel like they have to shout into the phone because the people are very far away. So obviously the phone's not picking them up. They gotta shout through the phone so it reaches them from all those miles away. It was just one thing after another, and that Dunkin' Donuts lady set me off. I was so pissed. But I was like, I gotta cool off, I gotta chill. I'm like, I can't fucking sleep. I'm just angry now. I was already angry, but now I'm just like furious. So like I go and I see that a place is... One of the terminals has this like CNN special, which is actually on Netflix right now, about the 90s. And I'm like, oh, that's cool. And it's about 90s music. I'm like, awesome. That's like some of my favorite music. Talking about Pearl Jam, Soundgarden, Nirvana, the effect of his death on everyone. I'm like, it was a really interesting series. So I'm like getting into it, watching it for a bit. Look at the time, and I'm like, cool. McDonald's and Starbucks and all these places are opening up. I can actually get some food. Because I was starving, and I'm like passing out, and I'm not hallucinating anymore. I just got that cloudy head feeling of no sleep. And with these food vouchers, really annoying. Just keep annoying things about these things. You have to use up the whole thing in one go. It's not like a gift card. It's like, it basically looks like an airline ticket that says $12 on it. And you have to use that whole $12 because you get no change, you get nothing. So if I went and got like a candy bar, whole thing gone. So I got like $12 worth of, I got like a mocha and some like refresher thing, which kind of was And then because I just wanted caffeine. I was like, I need something with caffeine in it. And then at McDonald's, I get a bunch of breakfast items because it's the only thing that's good there. And then I kind of sat there and watched the special, and that was awesome. But then after the special ended, I had another like 2-ish hours before the flight was ready. And it was just this loop. I hate news. I've never sat down and watched news for a long period of time. And thank God I don't. Because it is the most awful, dry, boring thing. And I feel like they have the worst jobs in the world. Because they're reading the same headline for over a half an hour to an hour. It's the same story. They just keep rerunning it. They're like, oh, we're back to this story just in case you missed it, blah, blah, blah. They say the same thing over and over and over. And I'm like, what is happening? Am I hallucinating this? Is this what news is? It was the same 3 stories over and over and over and over. And I'm like, please, new things. And in between, of course, is ads. So I've got ads that are showing other shows that are on CNN. And then there was like CNN, like it was the only thing that was showing. It was the only terminal before people were like, Fanta, why are you watching CNN? It was the only terminal that was showing any TV at all. So I was just stuck watching this news cycle of the same 3 stories over and over and over. Oh my God. And thankfully I got my flight. Felt like the longest flight in the world just because I was so tired. I just wanted to go home. I get back to the airport, and of course, the shuttle isn't there. Every single time I've flown and gotten back, the shuttle is there waiting for me to take me back to my car. So, had to call them up, wait another 15 minutes, and then I finally... Oh, and then I got back to my car, and I couldn't even find my ticket. It was like the first time I'd ever misplaced one of those stupid parking tickets. Oh my God, it was just this huge chain reaction. I never got to catch a break. And I've even got people at work telling me like, oh, you might have to come in. And I'm like, are you serious? I had 1 hour of sleep. And I was planning on going in. I got home, took a shower, got dressed, was about to go. Just wanted to lay down for a second, kind of just relax. And then I woke up 4 hours later because my body's like, no, you're done. You're sleeping. So that was my airport experience. Fuck Dunkin' Donuts lady. Fuck American Airlines for their sad attempt to repay me for my misery. I'm going to be giving them a call because their funny money is not welcome here. And their mismanagement. And I don't want any excuse from anyone in the comments saying, oh, well, this just happens. No. Okay. I paid for a flight to get home. This impacted my sleep, it impacted my work, and impacted my health. I had to take a sick day, felt like shit the whole day. I feel like I'm still recovering from that one day of like barely any sleep. So, just that was my airport horror story. It was truly a nightmare. I don't wish that upon any of you guys. And if you have any experiences like that, let me know in the comments if you've been stuck in an airport. If you have been stuck in this specific airport, let me know. Maybe I'm stuck there in the future. Maybe I'll know a good place to sleep. Because, man, where I was the worst. But the thing is about their seats, too. They're stupid. They're really stupid. Everywhere's dumb. Actually, no. This is like the dumbest airport I've been to. Because all the seats in the terminals... Now, normally they're like cushioned. First of all, these weren't really cushioned. And... like the arms, I feel like some of them have like double wides where there's like no arm in the middle and you just kind of sit and you'll have to sit next to somebody sometimes. But I could have slept on that. But no, they don't have that. They just have the stupid arms and the shit couches and the stupid asshole maintenance workers that decide to shout next to you as you're trying to sleep, ignore you while you're sleeping and don't give you a blanket, play music, and then tell you can't have water for free and you better pay up $5 for a bottle of water. Didn't mention that part, did I? So let me know in the comments if you've ever had an experience like this. Like the video if you guys enjoyed it. Subscribe for more content. And even if you're stuck in an airport... Oh, by the way, my phone charger was gone too. I forgot my phone charger at my girlfriend's house. That was completely my fault, but still, it was just this chain reaction of events. The shit would not stop. It was $40. It was $30 for a phone charger in the airport. Thanks, guys. Have a fantastic day. See you guys. For those of you who are wondering what I'm drinking that Canadian Mule again. Very good drink. Needed a drink today. It's been a day. So, yeah, I recommend this drink. It's just 2 shots of this. And a squirt of lime juice. I don't know what happened to my lime juice. I had it. Now it's gone. I'm sure I'll find it. But highly recommend it.